TBISE, the best in sports entertainment. I got up and coming star, probably the heir to the throne. More than likely, you see his work ethic. We see him everywhere. You see him on Mayweather cards. You see him, on pay-per-view events. Canelo. You see Curmel everywhere. He's the next up and coming boxing star. We got him here on the show with TBISE. What's going on, my guy?
What's good? How you doing?
Yeah, so we got Curmel here, and I just got a few questions for Curmel. I'm just asking, I'm kind of get into detail about his boxing career and things of that nature, and kind of what inspires him. So, Curmel, where are you from exactly?
I was born in Salt Lake City, Utah, and I moved to Vegas when I was about like 6 or something to start boxing. And yeah, I've been in Vegas ever since.
So, boxing for you, was it something that you were taught to, or that your family told you to do, or something that you just like to do it?
My dad definitely got me into it. He was a huge Floyd Mayweather fan growing up, and he boxed when he was younger. So, he introduced me to it when I was really young. I used to watch Floyd fights with him every day, on the YouTube and everything when I was young. And then I remember first time I went to a real boxing gym, I was probably like 6 when we came down to Vegas. And he brought me there. He just introduced me to it, and I liked it, man. And I just really fell in love with it. And then I just told him that I really wanted to do it. And then we've been going serious with it ever since.
Yeah, and I seen like videos. I seen you in the gym, like you yay high.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Gloves were bigger than you were. And I seen you in the boxing, hit the heavy bag,
Yeah.
so forth and so on. How was it for you to actually come from Utah, come to Vegas, and meet your idol or somebody that you looked up to, like Floyd Mayweather?
It was amazing, really crazy, like a dream come true. Because, I grew up, idolizing Floyd and really molded my whole boxing career after him. I wanted to be just like him. So to have him supporting me now and helping me throughout my boxing career is really just crazy. And it really just motivates me a lot.
And now, as far as coming from Utah, also, how was it with you with schooling? Were you more so homeschool? Were you going to like public school? Like, how was that for you?
Um, I was going to public school up till I was a sophomore, and then I stopped going to school completely just to focus on boxing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So now that you focus completely on boxing, and you're in a position now where you have the opportunity to be not only a world champion but to make you know millions of dollars, take care of your family. How does that feel to be actually pointed in the right direction? How does that feel for you?
It feels amazing. I'm proud of myself and proud of my team for always staying down with me and pushing me every day. And I plan to just keep elevating every fight. Take every training camp seriously. Work hard, and I just plan to take it all the way to the top.
Okay, and another thing, it's like you're in the Mayweather gym. You're around all types of sparring, all types of world champions. You've been around Gervonta Tank Davis, Mayweather, you name it. You either spar with them or you actually seen them work in the gym. Seeing these success of the boxers, how do you take from them? What's your model as far as taking from the fighters that you see, currently in the gyms today on a level that you're trying to get to? What do you take from them?
Uh, I take it as like you can learn from everybody, and I definitely try to learn from everybody I work with, like as far as like champions and stuff. Either just watching them training or in the gym, or training alongside them, or even sparring them. Like all the guys I sparred, I try to take things from them, what they good at, and add that to my game. And guys, of course, watching Floyd train all the time, I of course steal things from him. I looked up to him, so I definitely study his game. And even all the legendary champions, watching film, I try to take stuff from there that I see on the YouTube and stuff and add it to my own game to make myself a better fighter.
I hear that. Now, another thing is, let's switch up a little bit. I was on Instagram, I believe, or YouTube, one of them, and on my timeline, I see something where it says Curmel Moton gets a new Benz. What's going on with that, man? How does that feel? Was that your first car, or?
Yeah, that's my first car. Yeah, Floyd got me that. He gifted me that
Yeah.
just for all my hard work and loyalty to him and stuff. Yeah, AMG in 2024 CCC3.
You heard it, AMG. You know what I mean? Got the AMG. So, being around Floyd, and you see how he embraced you since a kid, and you see he's rewarding you for your hard work and your efforts. Um, how does that feel like to be like, hey man, Floyd Mayweather is providing an opportunity for me, man. He's put me everywhere, put me on. Basically, Floyd is just putting you out there. How does that feel?
Uh, it's really like a dream come true, and I appreciate everything Floyd has done for me, and I plan to repay him by becoming a world champion for him and just for the rest of my team too, everybody that supports me, and you know, uh, I've been around Floyd since I was young, so the loyalty's always been there for me. I'm 18 now. I've been around Floyd since I was like 8, so 10 years, and I just barely been pro a year. So even before that, Floyd supported me and let me know he had my back. So I always have loyalty to Floyd and owe him a lot.
Yeah, sure. Now you see Floyd and you see what he's done. People may not give Floyd credit, but I believe it's like 50-50 between Floyd and, of course, a fighter has to go out and perform in the ring. But if you look at Floyd, what he's done for Gervonta Tank Davis's career, and being with Floyd, and you have the abilities, a lot of the abilities that Tank had. You have power, you have speed, and you're still learning. You're still on the come up. It's actually heartwarming to see that and know that you're with somebody who's putting you in the position to become the next superstar in boxing.
Right. Yeah, it's definitely I'm right now like I'm in same type of situation that Tank was in with Floyd. Floyd was bringing him up, and now Floyd's bringing me up. I'm a young prospect, one of the biggest prospects in the game. Like Floyd had Tank, and soon Floyd will turn me into a world champion.
Sure. Well, no, you're going to actually put yourself in a position to be a world champion.
Yeah. Floyd will put me in position, and I would conquer.
You got to hit it out the park.
Yeah.
So, listen. So now we look at the landscape of boxing, and you here in Philly fighting. For me, I told him earlier. I say he just wreck chasing. That's something we call in Philly. It's somebody just trying to catch some wreck. Is that true? That's what you do? You trying to catch some wreck, stay busy. That's what you doing?
I mean, no, I mean it's an important fight. Every fight is important. It's especially in the pro game. You gotta take every fight seriously. So Danny's team reached out to my team and they brought me out to Philly to put on the show for everybody out here. October 12th tomorrow night, and I'm ready. I had a great camp, so it's gonna show tomorrow.
Now you are like a person, a boxer, athlete. I should say. People like you, like Jerron Boots Ennis, yourself. I rarely see a video of you outside the gym. Like you stay in the gym, like
yeah,
you live in the gym.
Yeah, definitely. I'm in the gym every day, no matter what. I fight tomorrow night. I'm gonna get the dub. I'm ready, and then I'll be back in the gym on Monday.
Wow, you see the dedication, to his craft. What can you say to up and coming boxers, like up and coming people in any sport that want to obtain anything in boxing and in sports? What advice can you give them based off of your work ethic?
The best advice I can give them is just work hard. Like Floyd preacher, all the greats preacher, they give you the blueprint, hard work, dedication, and just trust your coaches, your advisors, trust them, what they tell you, and just work hard at it, dedicate yourself. Just always be one to learn.
So now that you have a position where it's like you're getting stardom, your face is now becoming a household face. Everybody's seeing you. How are you dealing with the actual the fame or things that come along with you being attached to Floyd Mayweather, being yourself, performing in the ring? How do you deal with that every day?
Just staying focused, just staying in the gym, working. Just being myself at all times. The fame is gonna come. I got the fame by being myself, so I'm gonna continue to be myself. Just work hard in the gym, do interviews, be myself, speak my mind.
Now, what division are you currently fighting? Would you fight at 130? What's
130 is my main division. I've been hopping around a little bit. I've been having a lot of just last minute fights. Sometimes I be bigger. Like I walk around probably like 145. So I've been having like a week, 2 weeks. I ain't gonna cut all the way down to 130 and make myself weak.
Mhm.
But so right now, I got a fight tomorrow night. It's gonna be this fight's at 140. And then I have another fight planned November 30th in Atlantic City. That one's gonna be at 130.
Well, I saw an interview with Floyd when he was speaking, and he was like when he first started the game. I don't know if there's something that you're kind of modeling yourself behind. When he said when he first started the game, he was like, "I would fight anybody. I would fight all the time. I stay active."
Yeah,
Is that something that's the approach you're taking? Is like just staying busy, building up your resume, building up your experience?
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I definitely fight anybody. You know, I've had a lot of I fought like 300 feet of fighters, and you know, people can complain about my recent opponents, but they're the only guy that's been taking the fights. You know, I think for my last two cards I fought on, they offered me like a dude with 30 fights, like 25 wins or something. I've never turned down no opponent they gave me. It'd always be the other guys. And then for this card right here, tomorrow night, I was offered a 9-0 dude from Philly, but he didn't take the fight either. So I was like, I'm
Take what
just
you can get.
taking what I can get. You know, it's two sides to a fight. So
Exactly, and it's very important to stay
yeah,
busy.
definitely. Yeah, I'm just trying to stay busy. Whoever they giving me, that's what they giving me.
I'm Oliver 267. Welcome to TNS Licensing and Consulting. And guess what we're going to do here? You come here, listen. As soon as you walk in, all you need is your name. With your name, you know what you're going to get? A LLC, an EIN number, a website, a logo. I'm talking about the whole package. I'm talking about everything. I'm talking about a operating agreement. I'm talking about everything. Everything you need when you walk in here. Not just that. It's not just for regular businesses. I'm talking about you're trying to start your own home care business. I'm talking about home care. Your own home care. Listen, you just come in here. Oh, I'm trying to start my own home care business. This is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get in the game. I'm trying to take... This is the place. TNS, Licensing and Consulting. Listen, can do everything for you. But you know what? Today is your day. 3 people. Listen, we need 3 people to call, right? See this number down below? I need 3 of y'all to call. 3 people, y'all get your business set up for free. 3 people is going to get the LLC, the EIN for free. Logo for free. 3 people. But I need you to call right now. But listen, for everybody else, listen, man, this is the service you've been waiting for. Listen.
That's what they giving me.
Now, do you think? So, what's your current rank now? Where you rank that currently?
I'm not sure. I think I've been fighting at like a whole lot of different weights. So I think at 130 I'm like top 20
Okay.
or something. I'm not sure though. That was after the fight with Anthony Cuba, and that was like at the beginning of this year. So I'm not sure.
So, how does it feel? Like you already young in the game. You know what I'm saying? People ducking you now.
Yeah.
So what's gonna happen when you get them? It's time for you to get in line, get the straps. These days gonna have it there.
Yeah, it's gonna be the same thing, but eventually they're not gonna have no choice, especially like whoever the top guys are like 130 or something. That's the first division I'm going for. Like I'm really trying to set for like a title at 130 that I'm really campaigning at. So whoever the top guys there, eventually, you know, I'm gonna be up there and they're gonna have to see me.
Your top 5 fighters now currently in boxing. We'll go with your top 5 people. You say the top 5
active.
Active, yes.
I gotta put Bud.
Okay.
I ain't gonna say this. Not in no order.
Okay.
Just but Bud is for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Canelo. Usyk. Yeah, I can't. I want to say whoever wins tomorrow night, the Bivol and Beterbiev, they in my top 5. But right now I'm gonna say Beterbiev.
Nate Beterbiev was gonna win.
Yeah.
That's gonna be Bill.
Damn. Let's go in a way.
In a way. Okay. Now, in a way, is a possible fight for you at some point. You know, I mean, I don't possible at some point.
Maybe. He's at like 22 right now.
Yeah.
I'm at 30 right now. I mean, I've been bouncing around. Right now, I'm about to fight at 40, but I could go down to 30, probably even 26. But
You don't need that time to really.
Yeah.
Now, you see in boxing, right? And you see how boxing and there's like a lot of politics in boxing, with the promoters not wanting to fight this, let this person fight this person, so forth and so on.
Yeah.
Being with Floyd Mayweather and him being like being blackballed a lot of times, where though people always have a lot of negative to say about him outside of the boxing ring. Even in the boxing ring, they may have a negative things to say about him. How do you think you'll be able to navigate, being with Floyd and a lot of the criticism and attention that he get is going to be kind of pushed on you in some way? How do you plan to deal with that?
I just trust in my team,
Mhm.
and really all I worry about is the fighting. I worry about going in the ring, fighting, and handling my business. And of course, I ain't gonna give myself no dumb contract, nothing like that. I pay attention to stuff, but I trust Floyd. Like I said, I've been with Floyd since I was 8 years old, and I've seen how he's put other fighters in positions and how he really cares about fighters. He's rich. He got all the money he ever need. He don't need to make money off fighters.
Yeah.
He don't need boxing anymore. He just do this to help young fighters and put us in positions uh, to get like him one day. So I trust him, and I'm gonna just stay down, stay in the gym, keep letting Floyd advise me in the right direction.
How do you describe your style of fighting? I saw an interview one time. You said you have still a bit of the amateur, uh, you know, background as far as you have a little bit of still have some amateur boxing, but you said that your style is changing. What would you describe your style as now?
Um, I say it's hard for me to say like one specific style. I change my style up so much. Like in the midst of the fight, one round I come out stalking, the next round I'll be on my back foot boxing, and then I might switch a little bit, So it's really hard, but I say if I had to put a title on it, I say I'm like a boxer puncher.
Okay. Now, boxing come with injuries, a lot of injuries. Just recently Shakur, he broke his hand in boxing. You hear that a lot. Floyd, he had hand problems. How were your hands, and how was your how's everything with you as far as
I mean, I'm young still. So far, it's been great. I haven't had no history of hand problems or no injuries involving boxing whatsoever.
I see your hands got a lot of scabs, like you didn't break hitting teeth. I don't know
Yeah.
what's going on, man. You're punching.
Yeah, definitely.
So, you know, you said you have a plan to fight, one more time this year. So, what's your goals for next year? What are you planning on doing next year? Like, what's your ultimate goal next year? Do you think you should be a world champion by next year, or?
Possibly by the end of next year, possibly. For sure, I've been real busy. By the end of next year, I'll probably have like what? By by the end of this year, I'll probably be 7-0. By the end of next year, I should have probably like 14 fights or something. So
You climbing up the ladder, man. You got 7 fights, and you already like.
yeah. So I'm definitely gonna be busy. My opponents, of course, they're gonna get better and better every fight. So I'm definitely gonna be going up the ranks. So possibly I could become world champion if I get that shot.
Do you really? I don't know. You might see it, but me just being around boxing and being around the sport for a while. I've never seen anybody with your amount of fights. Now Lomachenko came in. He didn't have that many fights, but outside of him, I didn't really see anyone that had your ability. I mean, I'm sorry, your abilities and then your amount of fights with your type of start. Everybody kind of in boxing know who you are.
Yeah, definitely. I have a lot of exposure for sure, and a lot of that's because of Floyd, and then also my extensive amateur career. A lot of these guys like Lomachenko, he did a lot in within like whatever 10 fights, whatever. I think he became world champion in what within 5 fights or
I
something.
think so. Yeah.
Yeah, but you're right. He came in when he was like what?
He was,
28?
yeah, he was almost 30. Yeah, he was almost 30. Oh,
And he was Olympian and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
He came in. He was had gold medal, all that. He was way older. I'm only 18. I turned pro 17. So, everybody got different careers. They try to compare everybody, but all really matters is the end goal at the end of the day.
How many amateur fights you had?
I had 157.
Wow. So yeah, like I was saying, even with the starter you got, right? And I'm thinking maybe as we continue on this path, man, you're gonna definitely be a pay-per-view star.
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
Do you think knockouts are important?
Yeah, definitely. I would say knockouts, but it's the way you gotta fight. At the end of the day, this is an entertainment industry. At the same time, it's a sport, but it's also to entertain. We're entertainers, and so them fans coming out paying money, you gotta be able to put on a show. Tank, he's he's blessed with God-given power. He touch you one time, you might go to sleep. So that you don't have to be real busy, throw a lot of punches, stuff like that. Everybody's waiting for that one knockout, so it's exciting. Other fighters, if they don't have as much power, they gotta let their hands go more. Stay on the inside, scrap a little bit to make it exciting.
So
If you want to sell tickets, at least.
speaking of Tank, he been knocking everybody out. I think it's been announced December 14th he come back versus Lamont Roach. Think he another stoppage on that?
I don't know. Lamont's a live dog. He's hungry, and he's moving up one weight class. But a lot of people have been criticizing Tank because he fighting a smaller guy. But Tank fight at his walk around weight. That's why he put rehydration clause on everybody. Tank walk around like probably 138 or something. Tank not a big dude.
Yeah.
He really a 130 pounder. So it's like two 130 pounders fighting at 35, and so. But I don't think he'll stop Lamont. I think if I had to bet, I'd say he win, but I don't think he'll stop. I think he'll go the distance.
Wow. Yeah. Well, in boxing, like I said, like the knockouts, right? And it propels you to a different level. Starting, you see it with Tyson, but Floyd was able to do it. Well, no, we can't knock Floyd Mayweather. Pretty boy is reigning here, but pretty boy was stopping everybody, really.
Absolutely.
He was stopping everybody, but then Floyd got older, and in his hands and things of that nature, and he was able to beat boxers off skill. Now, your skills. Do you think that it's important to have boxing skills to go along with the actual punching power?
Yeah, definitely. Like, absolutely, yeah. So you got to be able to set up them big power punches, and you just going in there throwing blindly, you're gonna get caught with something. You gotta have defense, all that. Like even Tank, he wait like 10 rounds to land that one shot. He just wait, he set it up, he be looking. Then when it finally comes, he land that perfect shot and you out. So it's like you definitely gotta have IQ. That's the most important thing in boxing for sure.
And you mentioned that you actually you sparred. He was younger, but you
Yeah.
sparred him, and he was like, just moving around the ring with you, and so forth and so on. And you also mentioned that you sparred almost everybody in
I
boxing.
sparred a lot of guys. Yeah.
How was it sparring against Tank Davis and Shakur Stevens?
Yeah, it was great. I learned a lot with them.
I got a lot of experience with a lot of great fighters.
Now, when you sparring, it's just like a measuring stick. I know people say we sparring, we're working on stuff, but when you sparring, are you using it as like a measuring stick to kind of see, like, hey, listen, I'm on this level, or you try certain things in the ring with boxers, or what's the main goal for you when you're sparring with these world champions?
Really to learn, but it's definitely a measuring stick. That's why I have so much confidence now. So I've been in there with a lot of, I would say, either some prospects that a lot of people hype up a lot, and current world champions, and I don't.
You put some work in.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna say no names, but
Nah,
you know who you are.
Right.
You know who you are.
I done did my thing in there with them, so that really just gives me a lot of confidence. So it lets me know where I'm at. But then other guys, at the end of the day, sparring is learning. At the end of the day, you learn from your mistakes, and then you learn from your opponent's mistakes too. Capitalize on their mistakes and find openings. So it's really all learning.
My thing is like, I'm looking at you as this early in your career, and by me seeing that, and seeing people that people don't want to fight you, people are ducking you. I was speaking to another fighter from Philly, Jerron Boots Ennis. He was saying that it's hard for him to get fights. People ducking him.
Yeah.
Does that tell you a lot about the actual sport? Tell you a lot about your abilities, and tell you a lot about where you're at in your actual career as far as when people are like not turning down fights for you.
Yeah, definitely. And either they want to turn it down, they don't want to get hurt in there or something, or they want a crazy amount of money. So it's like,
wow. So listen, we're here with Curmel Moton. Really appreciate him for giving us this interview. One more thing I want to say to you, want to ask you. Now, you be in the Mayweather gym. You in Vegas. Vegas is like a fight town, right?
right.
Now, when these events are going on, do you make it your goal to be like, hey, listen, I got to be here. I'm out and I'm about. I'm trying to get on this card. Is this something that you like? Hey, this fight is happening. I want to be on this card. Is that something that you try to do? Try to be just everywhere?
Nah. a lot of times I be getting invited. You know, people just give me tickets. They be like, "Oh, come to this," or like the weigh-in, or come to the fight. You gonna come to the fight? I got some tickets for you. That's really the only time I really ever go. I don't be trying to as much like get my face out there because I already got a big following,
Mm-hmm.
and I have a big social media following. I get a lot of exposure on there, so I don't really try to go to every event and get my face known and stuff like that.
One last question, man. One last question. Who is the fighter right now that you say, hey, I want to fight this guy? It could be a champion, anybody. Who is it right now that you want to call out and say, listen, let me get that strap, let me get this fight. Who is it right now that you see right now that you like? Or it could be 5 fighters. Who is it right now that you say, hey, I want to let me get that strap?
I don't even know. I say whoever's like the 130 champion right now, whoever that is. That's the I don't even have no specific names. Just whoever got the title, one of the titles. I'm moving up the ranks. I'm trying to get a strap soon. So yeah.
So there you have it, man. Curmel Moton, the future of boxing. The next, heir to the throne. We heard it here first at TBISE, the best in sports entertainment. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, man.
Mecca Care LLC. We give you an abundance of what you need. We know what you need. We can literally read your mind. Look at me, I'm staring right into your soul. We're gonna give you an abundance of it. Mecca Care LLC has been rated #1 in Pennsylvania for home care agency since 2020. They got the best pay, the best care, medical, dental, 401k. If you're located in Philadelphia County, Bucks County, Chester County, or Montgomery County, call today at
215-644-8341.
Oh, hello, is this Mecca Care? I just called the number that was here on the screen. This is crazy.